This is a project that is funded by through the USDA Evans-Allen program, and the students that are being trained through the project are being funded through the USDA-NextGen program. So in this vineyard we have 44 different varieties, and we can classify these varieties based on utility. So they are either used for table grapes, which is the grapes you see in the grocery store for fresh consumption, or they are grape varieties used for making juice, like juice jellies, like the Concord type grapes, or they are grapes that are used for making wine. So you can classify them based on the utility, or you can classify them based on the genetics. Although North America is a center of, it has the maximum center, it is the center of genetic diversity for grapes. The major species of grapes cultivated in the world that are commonly called the European bunch grapes are a species called Vitis vinifera, which originated in parts of Europe and Central Asia. And so we have 44 different varieties comprising of wine grapes, table grapes, and juice grapes. And based on their genetics, they exhibit different growth habits. And based on their growth habits, they need different management practices.
At the vineyard is called sucker thinning, and basically, so there are what sucker thinning is. So they're like shoots that are grown under the graft union, and so they're similar to the shoots that are grown above the vine, but the difference is that the ones that are grown below the graft union, we have to remove them because when we do remove it, it improves the quality of the grapevine clusters, and when we do also remove it, it can help stimulate the growth of the plant. And once we do that, we're going to train the vine so it can grow straight up. And then we're going to just make sure that we're pruning the vines and removing all the dead weeds, because like I said before, we're trying to make sure that all of the grapevines are healthy and will be ready for the growing season.
Yeah. To take phenotype data of each of these plants. While setting up, basic tutorial of it is you turn it on, you activate a program, which is the PhotoSync app, you stick it on a leaf. Usually this will be beeping, or not make a sound beeping, but have a visual cue. And then once the visual cue stops, all the data from this leaf will be put onto the phone. It shows everything from longitude, latitude, and basic things with plants, its temperature, and everything else. And it just gives us a whole bunch of data that a person like Dr. Peru can use.
It can measure the biotic, abiotic stress on any kind of plants like grapes like that. So we will know how the heat stress affects, how the biotic stress, different kinds of fungal or other diseases affects like that. So this simple device, handheld device, using your mobile phone, smart mobile phone like that, you can measure them in real time. Within a few seconds, you will know all the data in this one. Then we will analyze the data, then how it varies among the different types of grapes. Like Dr. Dhekney mentioned here, we have like many varieties of grapes, like juice grapes and wine grapes and table grapes like that. We are almost maintaining like 44 different varieties. How they are responding to the heat, how they are responding to the different diseases. So we can measure this and we can study the variability among them. That will help us to bring the improved varieties here for the Eastern Shore. So that's what these students are contributing here. They are taking this data during the summer, then we will be compiling them and we will bring out the information out of that. That will help us to bring out the new varieties. So that's an interesting project they are doing. Apart from using this multispec device, they are also working on AI models. They are using AI models. They are taking images from these grape varieties and they are using different AI models to study the morphological variations among these varieties that may respond to the different stresses like that.
And then what we'll do, we'll say basically, for example, for the ID, we'll put row 14, then we'll put in the variety _ZIN, and then the number of the plant. We take the measurement and we do the data in real time. It collects a lot of data, and all we do is put it into the Excel spreadsheet so we can do all of them, and it ultimately makes things very much easier. And it is an interesting tool. And then we also use the different apps for the pictures that we take to upload different data like Plant TV and Fiji MHJ, and also ultimately get other data as well.
My name is Natarajan Pierre. I'm a NextGen intern, and the project that I'm working on is taking pictures of different stress symptoms on grape leaves, and then I feed that into 4 different AI models, and then I record the AI's response, and we do that to see how accurate these AIs are at identifying what's wrong with these plants. And so for each picture, we run it through 4 AIs, and then we have 2 different types of questions that we ask the AI. The first one would be simple, you just straight out ask the question, and then the second type is a chain of thought. So you have follow-up questions that you ask the AI, and then we record its responses and check to see how accurate it is.
I'm Purushothaman. I'm a PhD student working with Dr. Dhekney. My project is decoding the genetic variation of different traits in grapes, like table grape, wine grape, and juice grapes. Now I am collecting leaves for DNA isolation.
What I do here is a little bit of everything. I help facilitate everything from planting to the nutrients to spraying, which is huge, and it's on a schedule and you can't miss it, so it's all throughout the summer. So, and having these amazing students really make this happen, and so they make my job a little easier because we have some really good people, and so we really like this program. So other than that, I think it's just making sure the vineyard is straight, making sure our lines are going in, because we're constantly putting new lines in and pulling them out. And then we have, again, weeding. There's all kinds of stuff that goes into it. And then we also have the hemp and the quinoa. So there's always something going on.